Now we have to move another concept called defamiliarization. So this is the term is given by Victor Stylistics. Proposed the concept of defamiliarization. Remember, this concept is given by Victor Stylistics. Proposed the concept of defamiliarization in his Art as Technique 1917. In his Art as Technique 1970, this is written by Victor Stylistics. He used the term as means to distinguish poetic language from everyday practical language. He used the term as means to distinguish poetic language from everyday practical language. It means that poetic language is quite differ from general or common or practical language or a day-to-day language. This is a quite differ. It is a poetic language, has used number of figures of speech, style, tone, rhythm, pattern. These are the contents are included into poetic language. But in general or in communicative approach, there is use only the sentences for the purpose of to interpretation whatever the masses is forwarding by the others. It will be interpreted by us. Let's see. The concept has greatly influenced 20th century art and theory. The concept has greatly influenced 20th century art and theory. Formalists see poetry as something that emerged from a deadened society where everything is repetitive and routine. Formalists see poetry as something that emerged from a deadened society where everything is repetitive and routine. According to the formalist, poetry is a new format. Other format has become old and it is a repetitive and routine. Let's see. Our perception becomes automatized in such a circumstances. We recognize the objects but we don't really see them. This is called a state of automation. We recognize the objects but we don't really see them. This is called the state of automation. The writers aim at awakening the readers from the state. This aim is achieved by employing the technique of defamiliarization. After all, the primary aim of literature is to renew the reader's lost capacity for fresh sensation. The main purpose of this defamiliarization is that after all, the primary aim of literature is to renew the reader's lost capacity for fresh sensation. Let's see. Poets focus on language and achieve defamiliarization with use of tropes. The tropes are essentially figure of speech in which words or expressions are used in other than their literal sense. Expressions are used in other than their literal sense. They compel us to look at them in a concentrated manner, motivate us to see them in an unfamiliar way and decipher their meaning. Thus, they defamiliarize the things and bring us out of the stupor of atomized world and atomized language. However, these tropes or literary devices may lose their distinctiveness and become worn out over time as they are repeated throughout the other works of literature. Hence, it becomes necessary for writers to strive constantly to create new devices to achieve the effect of defamiliarization. In short, we can say that defamiliarization is the opposite of automation. It imparts uniqueness to literary work. This is all about the defamiliarization as well as automizations. We will see another concept called foregrounding in next video. Thank you.